Integra is back, and it's got a 6-speed manual. Does that mean everything is right with the world? Well, let's find out. It's scientifically proven that as the years go by, our brains recall memories in a more blissful and positive light. Certainly, this name brings up good times. Acura Integra is a beloved moniker. Not all models lived up to the blissful reputation. Still, the all-new one has a lot to live up to. It replaces the ILX in the Acura lineup, a car so anonymous, don't feel bad if you've forgotten about it. The basic formula remains. This is a front-drive vehicle and built on the same architecture as Honda Civic. If Integra looks good to you, know that pricing starts at $32,500. And yes, that's with shipping because it's really pretty tough to get a car without that. This fully kitted out A-Spec goes for $38,000 as tested. That's kind of a chunk of change, so you'll want to cross-shop. You'll be looking at Audi A3, BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe, and Mercedes CLA. Compared to a base Integra, A-Spec doesn't get any extra power, and if you're looking at it through the rose-colored glasses of the old Type R, it might not seem all that impressive, but it nabbed the 2023 North American Car of the Year title, and if you stop and think, how many other automakers are offering useful, sporty hardware for under $40,000? There's Volkswagen GTI, Hyundai Elantra N, or Toyota Corolla GR, if you can find one of those. And of course, Integra's half-sister, Honda Civic Si. Many of you watch these videos because you're thinking about buying a new car, which means the hassle of selling your old one, which is why I'm teaming up with Carmigo. Great that they're supporting my channel. It collects offers from a nationwide network of dealerships, so you get the best one. It's easy. Click on the link in the video description and just fill out the form. Upload some photos and name the price that you want for your vehicle. Now, if you don't sell your car, then you don't pay anything. And normally, if you do, it's a $350 charge, but you know me, so I'm getting you $50 off. And it's very convenient. They do all the paperwork, and Carmigo pays you right away. You don't have to put out ads and talk to people that you don't know. So give it a try. Let's move on to the powertrain. There's a lot shared with Civic Si under here. The 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder makes 200 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. Turbo lag and whistle are not things that are noticed much, even when focusing on them. It's easy to keep eyes on the road. Most Integras come with a CVT transmission. A-Spec with technology package unlocks the choice of a lovely do-it-yourself 6-speed with a single-mass flywheel. The clutch action is nice and light with great take-up. A benefit Integra has over Civic Si is an adaptive suspension. As you'd expect, there are drive modes with a custom setting that lets you snap instantly to a dynamic that's perfect for you. Going through the different modes changes up the cluster graphics. I have to believe that once the novelty wears off, people will long for true analog gauges. Humans, they're so predictable. These days, there are electric vehicles that'll do the 0 to 60 dash in 3 or 4 seconds. Integra is not that fast. This will not impress if that's what you're looking for. 0 to 60 in just over 7 seconds. But you know, sometimes it's not just about speed. EVs don't have a 6-speed manual, do they? And this powertrain has that silky smooth Honda feeling, which is why people love the Integra in the first place. Same with the Honda Prelude. There's a limited slip differential and little to no torque steer. Acura engineers know how to make a front driver fun. Arguably, this has similar performance to the Type R of 20 years ago. Maybe you want a rear-drive car, and you can get that in a Cadillac CT4 or Genesis G70. You'll be paying more, though. The steering is crisp, responsive, direct. It's fun to fling this car around corners. The steering weight is nice and hefty, just the way I like it. Plus, the suspension is adjustable. It can be comfortable if you want. It can be sporty if you want. Yeah, the tires are low profile, meaning you're gonna feel sharp bumps, potholes, expansion joints. But really, it's about as good as you're gonna get. There's a lot of pressure on this car to get things right, considering the name. This is an automobile. It's not sentient. It doesn't care what you think. But Acura largely nailed this machine, at least the A-Spec with the manual gearbox. It's engaging enough that you'll want to drive roads like this. Maybe get up early on a Sunday morning to have them all to yourself, like I did. The shift action here is terrific. A great mechanical feel mixed in with fluffernutter and rev matching downshifts. This is in the same league as the Cadillac V Blackwings and Mazda Miata. Throws might be a little bit longer, but still really, really good. Integra is on the light side, averaging 3,100 pounds. I wouldn't mind an extra 20 pounds of sound insulation. Back in the day, Integra was known for having a lot of road noise, and this new one is substantially better. But it's not a quiet car. There is still road noise. It's an Acura, but, you know, it's not a luxury kind of dynamic that way. You can always go with a Lexus ES. This is sporty. And there was no ADAS technology to be had on the old Integra. This has stuff like lane keeping, automatic emergency braking, and adaptive cruise control. Going with the manual gearbox means giving up low-speed follow and traffic jam assist, so you know. It's easier to have fun in the Integra knowing that the fuel economy is actually pretty good. The EPA rates the average at 30 mpg. That is on premium fuel, but still not half bad. A-Spec gets larger 18-inch wheels with slightly wider all-season tires. Brakes are no different, though. Stopping is solid. Pedal feel is firm. I didn't check for fade. You'll be doing business in a decent cabin. Acura is a premium brand, a cut above Honda, but it's not luxurious in here, and not supposed to be. If red is too Deadpool for you, black and white interiors are available. Between moderate bolstering and grippy fabric, there's no sliding around in hard cornering. There's a hint of Civic's interior, but Integra gets stuff like heated seats that the SI lacks. The metal door releases feel great, better than some cars twice the price. The piano black can be reflective on sunny days, and the sunroof is smallish, but at least A-Spec has one. Acura's ELS Studio 3D sound systems are among my favorites, price no object. If you use the right files, they have a terrific spatial quality about them. Nothing gimmicky or overcolored, it's reference quality. It could be a tiebreaker when you're thinking about buying this vehicle. And do you notice anything here? No trackpad. Instead, the A-Spec has a 9-inch touchscreen interface that's solid and straightforward, if kind of basic looking. There's no natural language voice commands if you like talking to your car. Climate is dual zone and automatic, so you won't be fussing with that much. Plus a volume knob. Thank you very much, Acura. There's a Qi charger, which was hit and miss with my iPhone 13 Pro, and I say that because Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are wireless and those drain a battery lickety-split, so maybe have a cord handy. Storage? Yes, it's in the usual spots. All of the spaces are average in size for a vehicle in this class. Like that I coordinated with the interior this week? You always wear the same shirt. Details, details. More details. We're both 5'9", and let me duck under here for a second and show you that headroom. I've got just enough. Knee, leg, and foot room are pretty generous though, and the cushions are pretty comfortable, high enough so that thigh support is good. And if you've got kids, car seats go in and out, no problem. Door pockets, kind of small, and there is only one seat back pocket. Boo hiss. No separate climate zone or adjustable vents back here. There is a place to charge phones, but the seats, not heated back here. This is kind of a Spartan space. This is a front-wheel drive car. There is still a little bit of a spine coming through the back. It's not too intrusive. 2 adults, as long as they're not too tall, will be just fine back here. 3 will work in a pinch if you're just going across town. Between this and the Civic Si, arguably Acura wins the beauty pageant with a wedge profile as clean as a doorstop. All of the swage lines are purposeful and organic. Check out how the crease comes off the C-pillar and sweeps right through the front fascia. Nice. Would I like a rear wiper? Well, I do live in Seattle, so yeah. This liquid carbon metallic paint is a $600 upcharge. Same goes for splashier Performance Red Pearl or Apex Blue Pearl. Sadly, there's no yellow. Would love to see Acura's Tiger Eye Pearl on this car. If you're trying to sell this to your significant other, you might mention that it's a practical hatchback. It may not have the utility of an SUV crossover, but it is a lot more useful than a sedan. There is this security cover. It snaps in and out very easily and stows away nicely. These prongs that hold it into place get in the way when shutting the hatch, though. Checking under here for a spare tire? Nope, just a repair kit. No bag hooks or power ports either. It's kind of a deep cargo hold and hard to reach the release, so it's best to go around to drop the backs. Acura doesn't offer cargo volume specs with the seats down. At least the floor is flat. That's really handy. With the back seat usable, there's 24.3 cubic feet to fill. Plus, the hatch is nice and wide, so this is easy to load. Being careful to clear those tabs on the liftgate, there's room for 6 packs of the 2-ply. That's enough luggage room for 2 couples for a long weekend. Time for the red light, green light wrap-up. Green lights. Integra is a lot of fun to drive, the kind of precision dynamic Acura and Honda do so well. The design looks great with simple, clean, and purposeful lines. You don't have to sacrifice practicality to get an engaging vehicle, and the ELS Studio 3D sound system really is that good. Yellow lights? Love the 6-speed manual. Too bad it's only available on fully equipped A-Spec models. Fuel efficiency is good. It does prefer expensive premium fuel. The backseat is roomy, but Spartan, considering Acura's premium positioning. Red light. Would love to see the A-Spec add some power and bigger brakes. Even though it's a sporty car, more sound insulation would make this a better road tripper. And at 38 grand as tested, this is substantially more expensive than the similar Civic Si. Of course, that looks much like any Civic. Integra will stand out more in the crowd. It is different from what it once was. All modern vehicles are. Still, the spirit remains in a vehicle that needs to comply with all sorts of regulations that didn't exist back in the day. Some will feel this car is not hardcore enough, and I get that. Acura to the rescue. They have been teasing the new Type S, and that should add a lot more fun. But overall, the Integra is a nicely balanced package, one that you can have fun in, and it's got a 6-speed manual. We should be happy that Acura made this and not another crossover. A sporty hatch is a gift to enthusiasts. Integra is a fun car that drivers will enjoy. It might even lead to another wave of nostalgia. I mentioned the ILX, but a lot of people forget that Integra gave up its name to become the RSX. Acura ditched names because people would say that they loved their Integra or their Legend, but not their Acura. The names were too good? Does anyone else feel like this is cutting your nose off to spite your face? Martin Campbell is in the Bahamas this weekend. Maybe? Yeah. Rob Calero doing the driving duties. Rob was not confused by that third pedal.
No, liking it.
And Martin is not in the Bahamas. Unfortunately, he's working his day job and rewiring a gear rack over the weekend, pulling extra hours. That's how I feel about the 2023 Acura Integra A-Spec. Before I go, I have always been critical of Acura's alphabet soup naming. I don't think it works, and I told brand officer John Ikeda at the launch of the TLX sedan and asked him, why? Why aren't you using names? You have some great ones like Legend. And he said that they were thinking about it, this was around 3 years ago, but they wanted to make sure that the vehicles lived up to the hype because those names were so beloved. So we have the new Integra. I don't think we're going to get a Legend because Americans just aren't buying large sedans anymore. Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to this channel, click notifications, follow me on social media. I'm all over the place. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments, okay? I'll try to get to it. That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.